I mean, I obviously have a lot of nice memories from growing up from the school library in elementary school. That definitely was a place where I learned about a lot of my favorite books. I think in a way, though, some of my favorite memories are from an older age, and that's when I moved to New York, and I, needed a place to work, and from then and to this day, I just love to work at the giant New York Public Library in Bryant Park. It's just such a beautiful space, but more than that, just having so many floors of books around you. I guess as a writer, it can be a little intimidating on a bad day, but mostly I find it just incredibly inspiring. Well, I do feel like I remember a lot of the books that I read as a child. I found out about from the school librarian, and favorite books, like one of my favorite books was The Giver. Another one was The Hatchet, and I remember both of those. I think they were award winners at the time, and definitely remember picking them up in my school library, and I still remember both of those books really vividly. I don't know if there's one person from growing up, although my best friend in high school volunteered at the library every day after school at the local library, so I spent a lot of time there with her, and she always was my friend who could recommend a great book, since she volunteered at the library. So, everywhere, and maybe especially, since I live in New York, maybe especially big city libraries in neighborhood, certain neighborhoods that aren't, where people are less likely to be able to buy books. I think it's especially sad to hear when there's cuts at those kinds of libraries. Well, I just started a new novel, so it feels a little early to say too much about it because I'm still figuring it out myself. But I'm excited to be starting something new after finishing. I finished my first book a few months ago, The Age of Miracles. So it's nice to have something new to be working on, but I feel superstitious about saying much about the details.
Tell us a little bit about The Age of Miracles.
The Age of Miracles is a coming-of-age story, but it's about coming of age during a time of a global catastrophe. So, in addition to the main character's name, Julia, and in addition to all the usual highs and lows and the usual catastrophes of adolescence, Julia is going through that at the same time that there's this giant catastrophe, which is that suddenly, and no one explained why, the rotation of the Earth has begun to slow down. So the days stretch from 24 hours to 25 hours to 26 hours. The sun rises at unpredictable times, and plants suffer and birds fall from the sky. And there's a lot of strange and frightening effects, and so it's about sort of struggling to adapt to that and get through that.